Well, they say if you want to live a beautiful life, it's important to speak only words of beauty and surround yourself with beautiful things. And here to tell us all about her world of beautiful things is Managing Director of Eurotech Design, Sophia Bristow. Welcome to the studio, Sophia.
Good morning.
Lovely to have you here.
Thank you for having me.
It's super exciting. I've scoped you out online. I've had a little bit of a look about your world of beautiful things. So tell us, for people who don't know what Eurotech Design is all about, tell us about Eurotech Design.
Of course. Eurotech Design is a company that imports and wholesale whiteware appliances into New Zealand. We work with retail and commercial arms of retailers in New Zealand too. We play two roles in New Zealand. We are an agency company, so we represent Sub-Zero and DeWolf, so luxury appliances all the way from America. We represent steel, and that's handcrafted free steel, freestanding cookers, all the way from Italy. And we are also a products company, so Eurotech is our brand, and we white label OEM that with up to 10 countries, 10 factories from China.
That's amazing, amazing. So first of all, before we even jump into all of these incredible products, because I recognise some of those names that you've spoken about, they are premium quality products as well. Tell me how you got into this industry. What's your origin story?
Where do I start?
Right at the beginning.
So I was born in China, in the middle of China. It's surrounded by land and no sea, no ocean. So when my family and I came to New Zealand when I was 15, the beach is the first time I've seen ocean and just felt how vast that was. So it sort of was very profound for me. And went through high school in Hamilton and Waikato University. Thoroughly enjoyed a Kiwi life.
What did you study while you were there?
So I did a Bachelor of Business and Management, from Waikato, 4-year degree. And then after that, a lot of my friends are doing overseas experience. I thought I might just follow their footsteps too. Went to London, did my 2 years working odd jobs on High Street, Kensington, 4 days on, 3 days off, just traveled around Europe and really opened my world up to all the food, cuisine, and just different people and way of life. I absolutely loved that experience.
Beautiful. And do you think having that experience in High Street and Kensington in particular gave you an opening into the world of luxury and quality?
I would say it's more of an appreciation of how different people live, because the cultural is just so rich. I suppose I didn't really understand what luxury was until I got into Eurotech Design.
Wow.
But in between times, when I came back from the UK, I landed my first job in the banking industry, financial services. So I started with a national bank, working as a teller, and I moved my way up through the Westpac Banking Corporation. Worked in the institutional bank. I was quite proud of myself because there were only 100 people in that department, but we were responsible for 80% of the revenue for the whole Westpac New Zealand Limited. So I was quite proud of that, to be just a very small part of that group.
That's incredible. So your mind is hardwired around finance and understanding numbers, would you say?
Absolutely, yeah. And then after Westpac, I had up to 8 years with NZ Super Fund. So again, that's wholesale money on the investment side. So that was actually my background, and I really enjoyed it.
So how did you transition then from numbers and systems and processes into a world of beautiful things?
It is a very good question. Initially, when we came across this company, it was on the market to sell. It took us 2 years to do the due diligence. And I had a bunch of advisors around me from an investment and legal perspective. Loved the business and bought it as an active investment, thinking it can be run by other people. But it was quite detailed and complex and full on. So I joined the company, and I've been loving every minute ever since.
Wow, what a journey. So part of what you do, obviously, is you'll oversee the numbers and you'll oversee the products and the systems that are in place. How much of it is now also based in the relationships. You said the background of the company is that you are a wholesale and distribution company, effectively. How much of the work that you do is now based in those relationships you develop with your retail partners?
I'm quite proud that when we bought the business, the company had existing relationships with customers and suppliers, but to actually have those relationships innovating across to new co, I'm very proud of our team and what we were able to achieve. Otherwise, we literally bought nothing if those relationships disappeared.
Totally agree. And at the end of the day, at the core of things, people buy from people, right?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So it's coming up to 6 years. End of May, I think.
Wow.
I'm just trying to work out how long. I think it's coming up to 6 years.
Yeah.
And initially when we got in, we, put some more investment dollars around investment system, the core system that would actually manage purchase orders, currency hedge contracts, and also inventory control, then to quotation sales and invoicing. And we've also turned our attention to just internet, just the core system process to then support the new systems. We've incorporated HubSpot, which is another massive system.
Fantastic system.
As part of the business. So I feel like we are ready to turn our attention and focus on marketing and sales.
How fantastic. And it's so nice that you've taken a very measured approach. You've taken a measured approach to growing the company and to being able to get the back end sorted so the front end can now start to do its magic, right?
Thank you. Yeah, it is a more difficult way of doing things rather than, I suppose, go out there and represent ourselves and then hopefully figure out how to fulfill on those promises. Yeah, we've done the under the hood things and I feel like we're able to scale up now.
Fantastic. So give me an idea of some of the products that people might be familiar with, because I recognise some of those brand names, but what sort of pieces or objects are we likely to see in people's homes?
Sure. From the Sub-Zero and Wolf luxury range, most people would be familiar with a freestanding cooker with the red knobs.
Oh, yes.
Or a fridge with a grill on the top. So they are very iconic from Madison, Wisconsin. This style and iconic design has been, with the brand since day one. Heavily influenced by Frank Lloyd Wright, who is the godfather of architecture, influenced everybody, everything up to now still, has a very profound impact on our open living, integrated furniture's cabinetry with the appliances. So I feel I'm very lucky to be representing the brands in New Zealand.
That's fantastic. And part of what you said as well, which is very much an emerging market, is looking at working with those partners overseas who are doing incredible jobs with manufacturing, being able to white label or OEM products and bring them out to new markets. Of course, you have, being from China originally, you have that advantage to be able to work with those Chinese manufacturers. How are you bringing the Eurotech unique products to market, considering this is a new partnership for you? And how are you getting that distribution? What is the bigger plan for you?
Thank you. Eurotech is our brand. We own the IP and trademark for the world, essentially.
Wow.
And we started this journey on the view that we want to be more in control of our own destiny. Global brands may come and go for a number of reasons. It could be to do with performance or change of strategy for their global distribution. So we wanted something that we can build and rely upon that is ours. So that's why the Eurotech brand was born, and we've made it into a fully fledged range of products that we can furnish someone's home with a single brand, right from cooking, dish, ventilation, refrigeration, and laundry. So it's a single brand for the entire household.
Wow.
So it's quite a compelling story to tell.
That's an incredible story. So the entire household.
Yes.
That really stands you out in the market. Just, that's incredible. I'm actually blown away. It's my first time hearing that, so that's incredible. So I can appreciate that there are challenges to doing that. For somebody who is interested in potentially, from entrepreneur to entrepreneur, for somebody who is interested in growing a brand in their own right so that they, like you, can control their destiny, what advice would you give them?
I would say, just drawing on my own experience, is if you would like to purchase a company, actually work in the industry for a couple of years, because then you will know the ins and outs and what to look for as part of your due diligence. Even though I had the professionals around me at the point of acquisition and the DD process took 2 years, I still had some surprises when I came in, which is totally expected or to be expected when you buy a business with established market reputation, cash flow, and all the things that come with buying something that's already there, as opposed to you start something new yourself. So there's pros and cons.
Okay, and then of course, the final most important question. If people are wanting to check out your incredible range of products, including your own product range, where should people start looking for you?
So for Sub-Zero and Wolf, we have a distribution strategy. Kitchen Things Cuisina is where you would find the beautiful displays in their retail stores across Auckland, Wellington, and Christchurch, Queenstown. For Eurotech Design, Eurotech branded products and steel, we have a showroom on Rosebank Road in Avondale. Welcome you to come and visit us anytime.
Well, that sounds exciting. I certainly love beautiful things, so I'm looking forward to coming in to see you. And if you want to find out more, here's a website that you need to check out. And there you have it. I look forward to seeing you. I'll probably see you in store myself. Sophia, thank you so much for joining us in the studio, and I wish you all the best of luck with your incredible business. Kia ora.
Thank you very much. Thank you.